Alright, greetings y'all. So this here is like a little challenge that Flip a Clip likes to do. This is like the Halloween thing. I know it's way past Halloween, but I chose to do it way past Halloween. So basically it was a jump scare type thing, template, where you would have someone sit on the chair and then it would flash from like the thunder and it would be some kind of jump scare. So here I have a basically this is me, a cartoon version of me sitting on a chair with my legs crossed. And as you saw before, I just dumped this drawing on a whole bunch of frames and then proceeded to fix the right arm and whatnot. Now I am working on making this person wave, this character wave, because what's creepier than like seeing someone sit on a chair in a dark like area waving with their head tilted and smiling. Eventually we get to that part, but first I'm working on the wave, and I have you know, the arc as well as the spacing and timing to help me with the waving, and it looks good. The red marks on the arc indicate when the hand rotates. Like whenever you're waving, you'll kind of like almost fling your hand to the side whenever you stop and then change direction. So that's what I wanted to, I guess I really wanted to express that, so I made a point to express it. Here you can see me, I'm erasing the head over and over again because I want it to tilt. So I'm getting rid of it. This takes a while, of course, and whatnot. Okay, then here I'm actually finally starting to animate. I think this is the second half where, because with this character I wanted to have it to where it's creepy, and then right before the flash of light and then the jump scare, to have them basically like peel their skin back and reveal a monster on the inside. So there was me up in the top right corner, because I am my own model, and this helped me a lot to understand how the face is supposed to look, especially like the bottom of the chin. I think that was really hard to just think how that's supposed to look. So having myself as a model really helped that, as well as just drawing really breaking down the shape of my head by drawing over it also really helps with like the chin and the other, and like where the eyes are and whatnot. So because like everything starts to angle upwards and perspective starts to go a little wonky there, because it looks like your eyebrows and eyes are getting closer together. You start to see the underside of your nose, which starts to shape differently and whatnot. So then here is where the monster starts to come out. So in green I have the hands kind of like peeling back, I don't know, I guess the skin in the mouth first, because you know, it's a great opening. And it's gonna reveal like a little monster on the inside. So here I'm just basically making it wider and just kind of bringing the hands out further every time. This process was actually like super simple and whatnot. And I feel like this was kind of inspired by Springtrap, if you've ever know what it is. In the short terms, he's like a skinless character inside of a fursuit. I guess, to like really dumb it down. He's part of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, so if that gives you a clue of anything, then yeah. So then this part is after the flash, and this is now the jump scare. The one thing I didn't like about this template is that they gave me way too many frames for this part because I wanted it to be like fast. That's what makes jump scares scary, is because they're fast. So this is the monster that I had designed that would be like on the inside, that is now completely revealed. And it's just like this, I don't know, this skinless creature that has 4 arms and is like super lanky and I don't know how to describe it, like thin, because you can see all the shading on it to make it look like he's like super malnourished and whatnot. And I just have it kind of like jump at the screen and whatnot. And then I wanted to add a another like layer of kind of like realism, is that whenever it gets really close to the camera, it starts to create a shadow on the face. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going backwards and I'm decreasing the shadow as it gets like further away and whatnot. Here I'm actually doing the outline, the line art and whatever. I like to do it in like a navy, just because you can see it, the line art, whatever you're coloring is black or really dark, you can still see your line art and whatnot. So here I first go with the body that is static, so I can basically just do that and then just copy it a billion times over, as you see what I'm doing now. And then I go in with the face, and as you can see, I'm working on the head tilt, the kink in that neck, and then also the smile gets abnormally big. That's what makes things creepy, is when it's like, it's a form of like body dysphoria, where something becomes abnormally, whether it becomes abnormally large, abnormally long, just an unsettling amount of something that's been added to the body, basically. And to make the smile much bigger than a normal person would have makes it unsettling. Which is exactly what I did. And then I also made sure to animate the hair kind of, I don't know, flopping to the side whenever the head tilts, as like a secondary animation and whatnot. And then the shading, of course. I love the shading. Shading really adds the realism. I like to go for a almost comic style. Oh yeah, and then here's me. I forgot to put in the eyebrows. I always do that. I don't know why. In reality, if you've ever seen people without eyebrows, they look weird. But I guess I've just seen so many animes and cartoons where people don't add eyebrows and they look normal. So I forget to put eyebrows on my person sometimes. Here I am drawing the arm. Hands are also like always super hard because I haven't I guess, taken the time to learn. So I'm just using sticks to represent the fingers and whatnot, and the super basic shape of the hand, and just getting away with it and whatnot. As you can see, I was adjusting the forearm a little bit because I know the shape changes a little bit depending on the angle. So I made sure to keep track of that, and that was actually, I'm super happy about how that arm came out. It was really nice, very clean. The hand, especially whenever the hand is cocked to the side at its very last part, always looked weird, but I'm glad it was only for like a split second and whatnot. And here I'm doing a little bit of cleanup, making sure everything ran smoothly. Make sure to always check your animation that it's running smoothly and that it looks clean and everything is the way you want it before you move on to a different stage or different, and just, yeah, moving on. So here I am doing the line art of the face whenever it opens up and whatnot. So a lot of it's just tracing. A lot of tracing. Because whenever I do like the rough sketching in red, that's my entire thinking process. This is like how I want it to look, how I want it to work. And then the line art, it's basically like a just trace and make it look cleaner. And whatnot. As well as shading. Most of the time I don't think about shading when I'm thinking about how something is supposed to move. I don't really focus on the shading. This animation I'm actually quite proud of. It came out really nicely. And you can see here, I think whenever I was doing the hands coming out of the face, I wish that I did the line art in a different color because it very much blends in with the face. And it's a little hard to catch that hands are peeling the face away and whatnot. This was very easy because, you know, I just copied it over and over again and had it zoom up. So that's what I did. I left the bottom jaw out, as you can see, is because it slowly moved more open to make it look like, you know, it's about to eat you and whatnot. So I left that out as something that can be adjusted with every frame to making it look bigger and whatnot. Yeah. That looks really good. Yep, those are his little toes. To make it look like it launched off the chair. I guess if I was to do this again, I would try and animate the stool like fall to the ground after kicking off of it because of how much momentum it is. Like, there's no way you could just like launch off of a stool and not have it tip over and whatnot. So I'd definitely try and make it tip over if I was to try and do this again.